Tengo que tener, sí. Pero grabar de audible, ¿no?
Sí.
I'll share that with you.
Sí,
No worries.
yeah.
Será como el tuyo.
He'll share it, yeah.
Vale, que yo luego me lo-
Vale, y luego me lo pasas, ¿no?
So, I saw what
Lo voy a decir en inglés
hace
primero.
no, en inglés primero.
Sí, sí, sí.
I saw a globe that looked like steel, but I could tell it was the world. And then I saw that there was an opening, a kind of a crack in the top of it, and out of it was pouring little gold figures, but they look like little people. And there was a man, like a metal smith, like a person who works with metals, and he had a hammer and he was hammering out these little figures and working them into. It was funny because he was hitting them really hard, but they were turning out to be even more beautiful and more ornate, like more. There was like more little parts to them, and they were more beautiful and stuff. Anyway, I saw that these little figures then started to form a pyramid, and it was shining because they were all gold. They were golden characters, so the pyramid built itself up to the peak of the pyramid, but then after that it actually started to build another pyramid upside down on top of itself, upwards, out of these little figures. And then the former pyramid crumbled and fell away, leaving the upside down pyramid in place there in the sky. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Understanding? You want to translate? Welcome to you.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah. It's
get
difficult.
away from the moment that's in medical times.
Yeah. He visto como un orbo, no, una pelota de metal, no sé cómo
Una
se
bola
es,
de metal.
una bola de metal,
Sí.
pero como parecía hierro o algo así, un metal más
Pesado.
más oscuro, un metal oscuro, pero empezaba a abrir encima, no sé cómo se dice, empieza a abrir.
A resquebrajarse,
Ajá.
¿no? Abrirse.
Sí, abrirse, pero
Sí.
solo encima, no totalmente.
Ajá.
Y salía como figuras de oro, figuras pequeñas de oro, y estaban saliendo, y cuando salían, un trabajador de metales, no sé cómo se dice, alguien que trabaja con metal, con un martillo,
Sí.
estaba recogiendo y dando martillazos.
Dándole forma.
Ajá. Pero estaba haciendo la forma, o estaba haciendo con mucha fuerza sus movimientos. Pero la cosa extraña era que las figuras tenían aún más detalles. no sé si sabes, pero cuando das martillazos en metal, solo aplasta normalmente.
No lo he visto nunca,
No,
pero
ya.
me lo imagino.
Ya, aplasta. Cuando
Sí.
está muy caliente,
Sí,
aplasta
eso,
el metal.
se aplasta.
Pero con esas figuras salía más belleza, más detalles bonitas.
Ujú.
Con cada martillazo salía más detalles. Y esas figuras empezaban a construir un pirámide.
Una pirámide.
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 They were
Pirámide.
building it or they were
Becoming
turning
it.
Oh,
They were becoming it.
entonces se convertían como en una pirámide.
Estaban
Todos juntos.
montando,
Se estaban
Sí.
haciendo forma de
Sí.
pirámide. Pero,
Pyramid.
yeah, pirámide. Pero después, cuando han acabado eso, empezaban a hacer un pirámide,
boca abajo.
pero al revés,
Sí.
Ajá.
en el aire,
Sí.
encima del otro. Y cuando han acabado el pirámide,
La pirámide.
la pirámide
Estaba arriba.
que estaba arriba, la otra pirámide se
Desvanecía.
desvanecía. Y that's something else I didn't say. It's like on the English version, the characters that made up the first pyramid like kind of fell apart and like just disappeared.
Mm.
So it was almost like they were gone, like they had been taken out of the picture or something.
Mm.
Yeah. He olvidado en inglés decir que las figuras que construyen,
Se construían. ¿no?
que se construyen la primera pirámide, cuando
Cuando se deshace.
cuando se deshace
Ajá.
el pirámide, la pirámide,
La pirámide.
desaparecían
De abajo.
de abajo,
Sí, sí.
las figuras y todo. Entonces dejaba la pirámide de arriba, pero al revés, ahí colgado en el cielo.
¿Qué significa eso?
Eso. ¿Y qué significa eso? What does that mean? That's what she says.
Well, everyone God forges on earth is a member actually heavenly city, the city from above. So the city from always symbolized by actually pyramid. 12 apostles, 12 gates. You know, it's a square. It's not a circle. In Revelation, talking about the city of God from above. So God built through human beings, but He, through the sphere from the earth realm, but He work on the one who volunteer guide out the mental, the earth realm, become a God, spiritual people basically. Then God going to work on it, disciple them or discipline them. His workmanship applied.
It was a hard hitting.
Yeah, then building to this church on earth in a sense, spiritually. But actually our life or our fellowship, our assembly, assemble together, is not on earth actually is in heaven. Hebrew 12 chapters, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Can you
it's
explain? Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to gather.
Yeah. The first is the steel. Actually, I asked you a question. Where this crack open up? Do you have any
Yeah.
impression?
On the top of there's like a steel orb or a steel ball, and the crack opened on the top of it, and the golden figures were going out of the top of it.
Okay. So the golden figure of the globe is a sphere for man, sphere of this creation, if you will. Explain that.
Okay. Volvemos. Should I tell
go-
her about what you said before?
No, you just newly
Okay,
translated.
okay.
Fine, yeah.
Voy a empezar ahora. Estaba diciendo
Lo que
algunas
él
cosas.
piensa que significa.
Yeah. Pero el globo de hierro significa el mundo de hombre. Yeah.
So the Bible said, without Christ Jesus, everybody was encaged like in an iron curtain under the spirit of death.
Dice que
And
en la
darkness.
Biblia que el mundo de hombre sin Jesús era como una cortina de hierro que encapsulaba humanidad antes de Jesús.
Antes de que vendría Jesús.
Yeah.
And Christ cracked that thing.
Jesús rompe.
Rompe.
Ha
O abre.
rompido.
Abre.
Ha abierto
Set his people free,
para liberar a su gente,
but not made earth, which is symbolized by iron or steel.
Pero no estaban hechos de hierro, sino
Ya.
de oro.
Su pueblo no es del mundo, entonces no es de hierro las figuras.
But by the spiritual life, which is symbolized by God.
El spiritual, la vida espiritual está simbolizado con oro muchas veces. Yeah.
That even you are born of the Spirit, you still need to be disciplined or discipled in the will of God.
Si naces del espíritu, todavía Dios tiene que trabajar contigo, con la vida y disciplinarte
Y moldearte.
y moldearte.
The ministry of Christ Jesus or his apostolic ministries is like master craftsman.
So, la forma de la vida de Jesús y su obra,
Disciples.
su obra en los discípulos es como un how would you say that, master craftsman?
Es como el
No voy a say that in Spanish.
Como un martillo que trabaja.
No,
pero
esas-
¿quién es el que lidera todo eso? El más el que
un
El jefe, el general.
un trabajador que sabe hacer
un artesano que
un
lo sabe hacer
artesano,
perfectamente
su trabajo,
máster, normalmente
pero
llaman el máster.
mejor que nadie.
¿Cómo lo llamarías en español?
Un artesano. That's a
Por
word.
ejemplo, el
Artist,
que
great
Ajá.
artist.
trabaja en el arte, por ejemplo, que es muy bueno. Es un
Artista.
pero
I like artists. Yes.
Okay. Artista.
mismo.
Beating unto death, a beautiful death, actually is his art of a profession.
Que, o como los que están haciendo una escultura, ¿no? Un artista que lo hace y lo está dando una paliza para crearlo, pero realmente está haciendo un arte.
Exacto. Es que le está
Sí, moldea.
cortando por aquí,
Sí,
por
sí.
allá, machacando por aquí, por allí también.
When each person is perfected in this way,
Hey, Benji. Sorry, can you go get Jasmine
Okay.
or cover up some of that food so Jasmine doesn't mess with it?
Y que Jesús perfecciona
Sí.
a la persona de esta manera.
they will be assembled or gathered into a earthly church.
Y que
The
de esta
church on
manera
earth.
de perfeccionar, Dios les asamblea en este mundo, les asamblea como en una iglesia, ¿no? En su
Simplifying,
iglesia.
this is not the individual fulfillment, but the corporate fulfillment.
Es decir, no es no es el propósito, no es un propósito individual, esto pero es un propósito en general.
According to a pattern came down from above.
de acuerdo con el patrón que vino de parte de Dios.
But it's upside down.
Y,
Upside down.
y por eso está de
Reversed.
porque viene del cielo.
Reversed.
No sé si-
So,
La pirámide
once-
La pirámide.
que está
Sí.
Once it's a process, assembling his sense, his spiritual people is finished, the heavenly city going to come down. Our earthly manifestations will be gone. So
Okay.
Que nos vaya ahí.
Dice que cuando está ya
Está perfeccionada.
perfeccionada, el- la forma de la iglesia o de su iglesia va a convertir en la forma del cielo, del... Wait, that's really... I can't really explain that very well.
you can read the scripture with me if you
Okay.
want.
Sí, vamos a
So
leer
it
una
must be
escritura.
Escritura.
better
Yeah.
explained.
Contexto.
I have 3 scriptures to testify to
Dice que
this.
tengo 3 escrituras para testificar de esto que ha dicho.
Concerning this whole thing is apostolic assembly through discipleship, through apostolic discipleship. Can you translate that one? It's a tough one. Okay, here, don't worry about it then. In
Yeah, if you give the scripture, it would be
2:19 of Ephesians, first one.
Efesios.
Efesios 2:19.
2:19.
Estás grabando, ¿verdad?
Sí, sí.
Yeah, yeah.
Ok.
2:19 to the end of the chapter. That's the 22 verse. I'm gonna read the English. Later on, you can catch up if you possible.
2:19.
So consequently, you are no longer foreign and aliens, but the fellow citizens of God's people, members of God's household, built on the foundation. The pyramid have a foundation. And apostles, prophets,
No veo bien hasta ahí.
with Christ Jesus himself, the chief cornerstone. Now he is also the capstone. So when the capstone finished,
On top
the
of it.
finish of the
Ahí,
pyramid.
López,
isn't
no
it?
veo.
Ya quedó
Hay
grabado.
poca luz. Para mí.
Then in 21 said, in him the whole building is joined, is assembled together. Assembled perfect, aligned together, the city.
El símbolo
And
perfecto.
rise, look at the word rise, which is the little golden people, right? So yeah, rise to become a holy temple. That word is a holy building, a tabernacle, a dwelling place. Yeah.
Morada.
In the Lord. So in him you too, that's individually, are being built together with others, to become a dwelling in which God lives by his
Spirit.
Spirit. There you go.
Okay. Te lo leo.
So
Porque
concerning
por
this,
medio de él, los unos y los otros tenemos entrada por un mismo espíritu al Padre. Así que ya no sois extranjeros ni advenedizos, sino
Las
conci-
conexiones.
conciudadanos de los santos y miembros de la familia de Dios,
yeah,
edificados sobre el fundamento de los apóstoles y profetas, siendo la principal piedra del ángulo Jesucristo mismo, en quien todo el edificio, bien coordinado, va creciendo para ser un templo santo en el Señor, en quien vosotros también sois juntamente edificados para morada de Dios en el Espíritu.
can you throw comments out there? This is a difference between taught by the Spirit of the Scriptures than mentally or intellectually study the Scriptures. It's learning it, experiencing it.
Can you explain it to me?
I think so. You're referring to what? Maybe you can translate.
The way that it's being laid out right now
Yeah.
is what he's saying is like this is the difference between a man coming to you and trying to and giving you the mental, like
Intellectual
here's the
understanding.
Bible and this is what it says and like This is like the Holy Spirit leading us into what He's wanting to say to us through what's happening.
Yeah.
Two different ways learning the Bible.
Dos
Dos
diferentes.
Es que esto es una
maneras.
manera diferente de entender la Biblia y la palabra de Dios. Es intentando entenderlo por nuestro hombre intelectual
Sí,
o por el
Sí.
Espíritu Santo. En el momento de ahora mismo es
sí.
por el que nos está
He's
mostrando
guiding us, and yeah.
el entendimiento. Está dando.
Then 12th chapter of Hebrews book.
12th chapter.
12th chapter of Hebrew. Can I get some?
Oh, you want some more?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah.
Little cup would be fine.
All right.
12th chapter Hebrew,
Okay.
22.
Okay.
When you study scripture like this, it's almost like it's beginning imprinted in your heart, right? You can never shake it off. So yeah.
Dice que cuando uno estudia las escrituras así, cuando es guiado por el Espíritu,
Sí.
que como que se graban más.
Ah, ajá.
Cuando estás intentando
Sí,
entenderlo
sí.
por ti mismo.
Ajá.
Yeah.
12:22 of Hebrews. Thank you.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And you see, but you have come to Mountain Zion, the heavenly Jerusalem, the city, the living God. Go ahead, lady.
Okay. Sino que os habéis acercado al monte de Sión, a la ciudad del Dios vivo, Jerusalén la celestial.
This is in contrast to Moses' tabernacle, which is a copy from above. Can you
Que
translate
este es,
that?
que este es,
It's not here, so you had to translate. Don't worry about that.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oye, say again. Sorry.
Then let's read on.
Okay,
Yeah.
what did you say again? It's not a copy.
Moses' tabernacle
Yeah.
is a copy in the from the angelic realm.
Okay.
Like everything that God told Moses to do to build the tabernacle
Yeah.
is specific to mimic what God is
What
actually
he saw.
bringing from heaven. Like
Yeah, what he saw in the heavenlies.
it's like it's going to be the same thing in a way, but it's just like a view of it,
Yeah, preview.
like a preview of it. I don't know. I'm
I
not,
think so.
It's okay.
No
Yeah.
estoy entendiendo bien, pero bueno, te traduzco.
Don't worry about it.
Como
Don't
por
worry about it.
ejemplo,
Yeah.
la imagen de cómo construyó a Moisés el templo con todo las medidas y todo perfecto que Dios le dio. Era para como si fuese una mímica del cielo
Sí.
y de lo que ha de venir.
Exacto. Sí, 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 sí.
sí.
Está bien, está bien.
Entonces los dos pirámides,
Sí.
las dos pirámides.
So,
Es como,
allow me actually and the scriptures to this to explain this part.
no.
Galatians 4.
Galatas
Galatians.
4.
Galatians 4.
Entonces, Galatas todavía me hace eso en español.
Mhm.
Entonces,
In 24.
Cuatro.
¿dónde estamos? ¿Dónde está Galatas? Ahí está. 4,
Yeah, 4:24.
24.
Aquí tenéis que poner una lámpara.
Sí,
Sí,
el día.
Sí,
Yeah.
ojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
una luz. Que si no.
Said these things
I see.
may be taken figuratively, for the women represent two covenants. The women, that's Hagar and Sarah, represent two covenants. One covenant from Mount Sinai bears the children who are to be slaves, that is Hagar. Now Hagar stands for Mount Sinai in Arabia and correspond to the present city of Jerusalem. So speaking one is Moses' tabernacle in the wilderness. It's also the city of Jerusalem in Paul's day. Yeah. Because she is in slavery with her children. But the Jerusalem that is above is free. Can you read that to her? So, 28.
Okay.
26, I'm sorry.
Lo cual es una alegoría, pues estas mujeres son los dos pactos. El uno proviene del monte Sinaí, el cual da hijos para esclavitud. Esta es Agar, porque Agar es el monte Sinaí en Arabia y corresponde a la Jerusalén actual. Pues esta, junto con sus hijos, está en esclavitud. Mas la Jerusalén de arriba, la cual es madre de todos nosotros, es libre.
So
The two different.
she is our mother. So we are her children. This city from above.
Que somos hijos de arriba.
Is that
De la-
making
de la
sense?
ciudad,
Yes.
de arriba.
Then
de la
concerning-
Jerusalén.
Sí, exacto.
Concerning this in Jerusalem, it's
Cuidado.
here spoke about the pattern like a pyramid actually in Revelation, the book.
Así que en
21.
Apocalipsis también habla de la pirámide. 21. Okay.
In the word verse beginning said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth passed away. That's it. So I too said, I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem coming out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, beautifully dressed for her husband. That's the city from above. You can translate that.
Bien, algo es algo. Algo
Vi
es-
un
Thank
cielo
you.
nuevo y una tierra nueva, porque el primer cielo y la primera tierra pasaron, y el mar ya no existía. Y yo, Juan, vi la santa ciudad, la nueva Jerusalén,
Jerusalén.
descender del
Exacto.
cielo de Dios,
Decirlo.
dispuesta como una esposa ataviada para su marido.
In 10, same chapter 10 said, and the angel carried me away in the spirit to a mountain great and high, and showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God.
La ciudad santa. La nueva Jerusalén.
Then talking about they have 12 gates. 12 gates.
Y me llevó en el espíritu a un monte grande y alto, y me mostró la gran ciudad santa de Jerusalén, que descendía al cielo de Dios.
Then top of the foundations in 14 said the walled city had 12 foundations. And on them was named the 12 apostles of the Lamb.
Y el muro de la ciudad tenía 12 cimientos, y sobre los 12 nombres de los 12 apóstoles del Cordero.
Then it measured the city. It's a square. You know, talking about the
Cuadrado,
square,
una
the
ciudad
same
cuadrada.
length with width and length. Yeah. So talking about what kind of material would build like. So, but eventually we'll see. And there is a temple in the city.
El templo en la ciudad.
Yeah. So the city is a circling. In the center is the temple. And the temple is on the very top, if you think about it. So the temple is a capstone, if you will, the capstone, the top. So
El templo es como una pirámide o cápsula.
No,
cápsula.
no.
La piedra final
La
de
piedra
una
final.
edificio.
Piedra angular.
Angular,
sí.
Angular.
Que Jesús es la piedra angular de...
Sí.
yes, it sounds Masonic or other, occultic design. Actually, it's not. It's in the Bible. So, but turn with me to Psalm 118. Psalm 118. Then we'll wrap up there. Psalm 118. It's critical. God teaches us. Obviously, God wants to teach us something. Psalm 118. Let's turn to the verse called 22. The stone is more than a stone. It's a rock. The stone the builder rejected has become the capstone. The Lord done this is marvelous in our eyes. Go ahead.
Se la piedra que desechan los
El edificador.
ha venido a hacer cabeza.
Yeah. Then said, in 24, often applied in different contexts. I don't think that apply normally in the right context. Then this is the day. What the day? The capstone has set its rightful place. That means Christ has begun to reign. The body Christ come together. The engagement has finished. Go ahead.
Este es el día que hizo Jehová, nos gozaremos y alegraremos en él.
El día.
El día en el que
It's an age. Peter said it. For God, a day is an age. This is the more than a day. It's a particular appointed time, an epoch. Yeah, started.
No, el día cuando
dice que hizo Jehová, que nos gozaremos y alegraremos en él.
es el día cuando la piedra angular va
A ser puesta en su sitio, ¿no?
sí, es una época, una temporada específica.
Yeah, because Christ begins to reign, the kingdom of God is here.
Porque Jesús
Therefore said, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Not every earthly day is this day, but rather is when Christ is the kingdom begin to reign.
Interesting.
Revelations begin, no tears, no sorrow, no sadness anymore. The new Jerusalem's come down. That's the day. Making sense to you?
En la Biblia dice que cuando no hay más
Llanto.
y no hay más
Ni dolor.
Yeah.
es el día de que cuando las cosas
Son instauradas.
que llegan
De nuevo.
al punto de que Jesús está en su sitio
Exacto.
en los corazones.
Yeah.
Lo que habla de la Nueva Jerusalén.
La Nueva Jerusalén.
Yeah. So what God revealed is there is a apostolic foundation in apostle ministry. The craftsman, right? Need to work on his vessels, assemble them together in this holy city. Which is always the Bible's intention, the pattern this city. So yeah. I hope that can be translatable. I'm not sure. So.
You got a better
I don't know how to do
I can help you.
It's okay. You can explain this or record or explain later on.
Yeah.
But Benji, you have a vision. I want you to share that before wrap it up and get going. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm gonna want to say it in Spanish, but
Okay.
so I saw at first kind of like a cave, and it was like I saw like these little boats coming out of it. They're like I saw like children in them. There was like 2 in each. They're like really small little boats, and they're coming out of this cave.
What kind of cave? Dark?
Yeah, very dark.
Ominous.
It almost looked like and then I saw when they were coming out, it almost looked like the mouth of like a beast or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very like you could see like the teeth and stuff. Anyways.
Yeah.
So they were coming out of this cave. They didn't even look worried. Almost kind of like carefree of this. But finally, they were in this like little stream or river or whatever, and I saw like these spikes that were like on either side of the river, like all the way down, which I felt like was kind of like almost like a protection, like.
What does spikes mean?
Like the. I don't know.
Like stalactites?
Sticks.
Or?
Like sticks,
Like
right?
sticks
Okay,
almost,
for
yeah.
protection.
Yeah, so like nothing could get into the river.
Yeah, I see. Okay, yeah.
And then I saw, I don't know what they're called, but the little things that hold the oars on boats, like they hold them in place.
Oh yeah, it's like a little crux. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a little metal circular thing that you set your oars in.
Oh yeah.
So that
you can roll.
You
Keep
can, so they
rolling.
can stay in place.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I saw these kids like reinforcing them in like a
Ready for the ride.
yeah, for maybe a more
Challenging. Okay. Terrain.
water
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of just asking the Lord, like, where are these kids going? Like,
Why kids? How old are they?
they look pretty young, like very, very young.
8 years old.
Yeah, 8.
8 to 10.
9,
Yeah.
around there. And the first word that came to mind, I mean, we've been talking about it, is a culture. That's where they're going. I don't know what that means, but
They're heading
they're
from
heading-
a culture.
The sense I got was we were talking about how the Lord has a vision for a culture.
A new way of life, if you will.
And that,
Okay.
yeah, their vision was a culture. That's where they were going, I guess.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask your mom whether you want to translate or not. Okay.
Yeah, porque viniendo. Otra imagen que le estaba dando el Señor. Era que veía así como niños pequeños en unos barcos. Y estaban como que salían de una cueva muy oscura. Eran varios barquitos pequeños que eran pues, niños de 8 o 10 años o por ahí decía. Y salían de unas cuevas muy oscuras y que iban hacia un río, ¿no, Benji?
No, they're already in
Que estaban ya en el río, pero salían de estas cuevas oscuras y como que iban hacia un sitio, ¿no? Y que tenían y Benji mientras estaba viendo eso estaba diciendo, Señor, ¿a dónde van? ¿A dónde se dirigen estos? Decía, pues a un nuevo forma de vida, una nueva cultura de vida.
You forgot also the spikes on the other side of the river to not allow things to get in.
Sí, y que luego veía como unos pinchos en cada lado del río, como que protegiendo a estos barcos para que nada se metiese en el río.
It was protecting the kids, right? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
But also, like, it almost looked kind of scary, like,
Yeah.
to them.
Sí, que para ellos pues que como que les daba un poco de miedo estos, pero realmente estaban ahí para proteger, para protección.
Interesting vision.
¿Entendéis algo?
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Well,
Bueno,
let
You want to stop this?
yeah, Andy, why don't you
Igual
pray
luego
and
no
wrap
sé,
it up
¿no?
there?